Hello, my name is Elena Frischtak. I'm an admissions expert at BeMo, and today we're going to talk about how to get into Johns Hopkins University School of Medicine. Thanks for joining us today. A little bit about who BeMo is and what we do. We are North America's leader in academic consulting. We study and research admissions. We love helping students achieve their academic and career goals. We're a big company, and we actually have admissions experts from around the globe. We help hundreds of students get into medical school, as well as several other professional schools each year. And a couple of disclaimers for you. First, BeMo does not endorse or affiliate with any universities, colleges, or official test administrators. Second, this presentation was developed based on the most recent publicly available data provided both at the university website as well as the MSAR website. It is, however, always a good idea to check the most recent statistics and requirements with the official school website as well as with the MSAR before you apply. Today we're going to show you a few things. We're going to discuss what you need to do to get an acceptance from Johns Hopkins School of Medicine, as well as what the school aims to instill in their graduates. In other words, what are the core competencies that they value and that you should thus highlight in your application? We'll discuss the mission statement, vision, and core values, research, admission statistics, matriculant demographics, GPA and MCAT scores, prereq courses, the application process, non-academic standards, cost of attendance, and the admissions office contact information. Hopkins is located in Baltimore, Maryland, which is in the East Coast of the United States. It was founded in 1893, and it's a private university. It's consistently ranked among the nation's top medical schools, and its most recent current admission rate is of 3.9%. The school's mission is to improve the health of the community and the world by setting the standard of excellence in medical education, research, and clinical care. Diverse and inclusive, Hopkins educates medical students, scientists, healthcare professionals, and the public, conducts biomedical research, and provides patient-centered medicine to prevent, diagnose, and treat human illness. The school's vision is to push the boundaries of discovery, transform healthcare, advance medical education, and create hope for humanity. Together, they say, we will deliver the promise of medicine. Hopkins also has 4 core values. First, excellence and discovery. They want you to be the best. Commit to exceptional quality and service by encouraging curiosity, seeking information, and creating innovative solutions. 2, leadership and integrity. They want you to be a role model to others. Inspire others to achieve their best and have the courage to do the right thing. Third, diversity and inclusion. They want you to be open, embrace and value different backgrounds, opinions, and experiences. Fourth, respect and collegiality. They also want you to be kind. Listen to understand and embrace others' unique skills and knowledge. The curriculum at Hopkins is called Genes to Society, and it includes 4 components: scholarly concentrations, intercession weeks, clinical skills and development, and horizontal strands. We found this quote quite important, and it talks about research at Hopkins. Quote, "Research is the lifeblood of Johns Hopkins. Scientists and physicians alike, as well as the students they mentor, pursue knowledge to, quote, identify and answer fundamental questions in the mechanisms, prevention, and treatment of disease, and healthcare delivery, and in the basic sciences, in accordance with the school's mission." Research at Hopkins is highly valued, but it can range from 2-month electives to an entire year or more of leave for extended study. The scholarly concentration component of the curriculum offers the following 5 areas of study: basic science, clinical research, ethics and the art of medicine, history of medicine, and public health and community service. As far as admission statistics, most recently, over 6,000 people submitted a primary application to Hopkins. Out of those, almost 4,800 students submitted a secondary application. Out of those, 574 were interviewed for an MD spot, and another 66 were interviewed for an MD PhD spot. Out of those, 277 applicants were accepted and 118 matriculated. What about the demographics of those who matriculate at Hopkins? Well, the most recent class had 57 women and 63 men. The average age was 23 years old. 6 students were actually international and held F1 visas from 4 different countries, including Canada. Students came from 29 different states in America and from 61 different colleges and universities. In the class, there were veterans, Rhodes Scholars, and authors. 13% received an advanced degree prior to starting medical school. 16 were the first people in their family to attend college. 19 were underrepresented in medicine. And the average GPA was 3.88, and the average MCAT score using old scores was 36. What about the experience that students bring to Hopkins? Well, Hopkins highly values research, as you can see on the right side of the slide. 97% of those who matriculate at Hopkins have some sort of experience with research or in a lab. 27% of them had had some sort of employment, paid employment, prior to starting medical school. 91% of them had done some volunteer that was medical in nature. 82% of them had shadowed a physician. Only 1% had engaged in military service. And 79% of them had done some community service or volunteer. As far as GPA and MCAT scores, on the left side of the slide we can see median scores for the MCAT using the new exam. So 519 is the median score, meaning that half the students scored above it and half the students scored below it. That very little number on the left side, 511, is the 10th percentile, meaning that 90% of students who enrolled at Hopkins scored above that score, above 511. The 90th percentile is 524. On the right side of the slide, you have GPAs. So as you can see, the median GPA for total GPA, cumulative GPA at Hopkins was 3.92, and the median GPA for science was slightly higher at 3.93. In regards to required and recommended pre-medical coursework, you can see that biochemistry and biology, as well as humanities, inorganic and organic chemistry, and physics are all required. Both computer science and genetics are recommended. They do not accept online courses. However, they do accept AP credit for several of those. The application process consists of a primary and a secondary application. The primary application, also known as MCAS, opens in May, and interviews begin in late August. Hopkins requires at least 3 but no more than 6 letters of recommendation, and the deadline for the applications is October. They do require a secondary application that comes with an $100 application fee. Their secondary application opens in July, and the deadline for that one is December. Here's a little bit of a more thorough timeline on the MD process. In May, as we mentioned prior, the application becomes available via MCAS. In June, this MCAS application is available for submission. In July, Schools of Medicine Admissions Office begins sending electronic links to invite you to complete their secondary application if you are a verified MCAS applicant. In August, the committees begin to review the completed applications. And October 15th marks the deadline for submission of the first application. December 1st is the deadline for submission of the secondary application. In January, there is a second round of decisions sent to accepted and rejected candidates. And in February, the admissions committee completes review of all the applications, as well as completes the interviews. April is a busy month. There is a final round of decisions sent to accepted and rejected candidates. And April 30th marks the national reply date. That means that accepted MD applicants must choose a single medical school to attend. That leaves space for the waiting list to start clearing up, and that happens in May. Interviews at Hopkins happen one-on-one, and they do offer interviews at Skype. Hopkins also values some non-academic standards. Besides academic excellence, they value leadership, service, compassion, and humanism, diversity, and ability to work in a team or as part of a team. As far as the cost of attendance at Hopkins, medical school in the U.S. tends to be quite costly. However, because this is a private school, the in-state and the out-of-state cost of attendance is the exact same. Including tuition and cost of living, it amounts to $78,769 per year at Hopkins. $51,900 accounts for tuition, and $21,751 accounts for other living expenses. Health insurance, which can be waived if you prove you have your parents' insurance or otherwise insurance through another way, is usually costs $3,768. Finally, we leave you with the contact information for the admissions office. The School of Medicine at Johns Hopkins University can be located at 733 North Broadway, Suite G49, in Baltimore, Maryland 21205. The phone number is 410-955-3182. And their email address is somadmiss@jhmi.edu. Thank you very much for listening. Please contact us for free if you want a free initial consultation today. The number for BeMo is 1-855-900-BeMo. You can also email us if that's easier at info@bemoacademicconsulting.com. Thank you and have a great day.